Part 1. Day 1 to 2. The night starts ordinary. The kind that hums softly under its own weight, crickets, the fridge slow whir, the house sighing as if settling into itself. My room glows faint orange from the desk lamp. The curtains breathe with the draft. Outside, the yard sits in still shadow. The fence divides the property from the tree line, a pale stripe of wood disappearing into black. The motion light above the back porch hangs there like a dull moon. 9:03 p.m. A click. The light snaps on. I freeze mid-sentence. The glow floods the yard, silver grass, the tilted patio chair, the wet outline of the grill. Nothing moves. The air stands absolutely still. Then, just as quickly, the light goes dark again. A timer maybe. Or a moth. 9:09, another click. The bulb flares. I watch this time. The shadows sprint across the fence. The yard looks stretched, deeper than it should be. But there's no shape, no person, nothing solid. When the light shuts off, the dark feels thicker, as if it noticed me back. I turn on the desk lamp's higher setting and keep typing. Something scrapes softly, like plastic sliding across wood. I listen. Silence. Then a faint, irregular tap. At the window. It's sharp, deliberate. 2 knocks, pause, 1 more. My reflection blinks against the glass, face pale, eyes wide, lit by the screen's cold glow. I lean close, careful not to breathe on the pane. Outside, the yard is featureless again. The light doesn't trigger. The window's glass trembles slightly under a last soft touch, as if someone dragging a fingertip across it. Then stillness. By morning, the sound feels like a dream. The yard looks fine. Dew glosses the patio tiles. The sensor light above the back door is tilted down at a strange angle, but it still blinks when I wave my hand. At the fence, something catches the sun, a thin strand of hair caught in a splinter. Not mine. Pale, nearly white. I pull it free and drop it, watching it vanish into the grass. Later, over breakfast, the light flickers through the kitchen window again. It's off, then on, then off, with no wind. The sensor must be dying. I check the switch outside, solid. The air tastes metallic, like before rain. Night 2. The quiet feels staged, too complete. 10:17 p.m. The lamp hums faintly beside me. The house tick-ticks as it cools. When I stand, my reflection moves half a breath behind. Only once, only barely. I tell myself I imagined it. The fence line blurs into fog. The sensor light pops on by itself, no delay this time, just full brilliance. The yard glows white. I see the faint outline of the patio chair, angled toward the forest now. I'm certain it faced the house yesterday. The air moves wrong, slow, reversed, as if being inhaled. Then the light cuts out. In that split second before the dark seals everything again, something shifts at the edge of the frame, a shadow tall and narrow, by the corner post of the fence. Not moving. Just there. I keep staring after the light dies, eyes watering, waiting for the glow to pulse again. It doesn't. Minutes pass. I open the window a few inches. The night smells like wet metal and pine. Then, almost on cue, the sensor clicks. The yard fills with light. The fence stands empty. The chair hasn't moved. The grass shines damp and silver. Still, the feeling doesn't fade, that the dark, wherever it went, is still standing just outside the circle of light, patient, learning the rhythm of the bulb, waiting for the pattern to repeat. 2:14 a.m. I wake to silence. The kind that presses. From the hall window, the yard looks black again. The light doesn't trigger. I whisper to myself, no movement, no trigger. Then, like an answer, the bulb hums to life. A pale figure moves at the fence line, long, thin, indistinct. Maybe a post, maybe a trick of mist. But it leans, slowly, almost politely, as if checking whether I'm still awake. I don't breathe. The light buzzes, flickers once. The shape straightens. Then, dark. In that afterimage, when my eyes adjust, I think I see its outline burned faintly behind my lids, tall, wrong-angled, almost human. The bulb doesn't come back on. The fridge hums downstairs, and the floor creaks under its own weight. Outside, nothing moves. Inside, I realize I'm holding my breath too long. Days 3 to 4. 3:07 a.m. The light outside hasn't turned off since midnight. It hums like a trapped insect. Every so often it flickers, enough to shift shadows across the ceiling, so it looks like something's walking above me. I lie still and count the seconds between the flickers. 16. 12. 9. No pattern. When I finally get up, the window fogs under my breath. The yard below looks bleached and empty. The patio chair sits where it always does, tilted slightly, one leg sinking into the soil. Something darker sits beside it. Not a full shape, just a suggestion of height. A vertical blur that doesn't belong to any shadow the fence could make. The light hums louder, then cuts. The dark that follows feels like a vacuum, swallowing even the ticking clock. Then a sound, a low creak, wood against cement. When the light snaps back on, the chair has turned 90 degrees. At breakfast, the same hum still hangs in my head. The daylight makes everything small again, the patio, the short stretch of woods, the ordinary kitchen tiles. I tell myself the motion light is faulty. I tell myself chairs shift in the wind. I don't tell anyone else. There's no one to tell. The air smells faintly of soil. That afternoon, I find the chair facing away from the house, toward the woods. The clouds hang heavy, the whole yard glows grey, like light through milk. I grab the chair's armrest. Cold. Damp. The second I move it, the porch light flares, bright as a flashbang, though the sky's still pale. I step back, blinking. No wind. No motion. When I look again, the chair is already turned halfway back, as if someone else had touched it with me. 4:42 p.m. The sky folds down to dusk. The forest thickens. A kind of quiet spreads, the kind that hides under other sounds. Through the window, the yard looks deeper than it did this morning. Every fence post seems farther apart. The light flicks on. This time I see it clearly. Something stands by the patio chair. Tall. Thin. Barely there, like steam that's forgotten to rise. The shoulders are too narrow, the head tilts with the wrong weight, like it's remembering what upright means. I blink. The light cuts off. The dark stays perfectly still. Then the sensor triggers again, and it's gone. Night. Mia calls. Her voice, bright and ordinary, makes the house feel real again. She jokes about me being paranoid, tells me to sleep before I start naming the fence posts. Her voice echoes faintly when she laughs, like a delay in the line. I hang up and realize the sensor light outside hasn't come on once while she was talking. Later, when I check the yard, the chair has moved again. It's closer to the fence now. Almost touching it. I go out barefoot. The grass slicks under my feet. The night's cold enough to make the air sting. The motion light clicks on, a pure white circle of safety. Nothing moves. Nothing breathes. The chair faces the forest. Something about it feels wrong in scale, too far back, too small, like the whole yard has shifted a foot away from me. Then a faint sound behind the fence. Not footsteps. Breathing. The light flickers once, twice. The fence moves slightly, like someone pressing on it from the other side. Then silence. I step closer. The wood is damp. For a second, I swear I feel warmth radiating through it, as if someone's leaning back against it, mirroring me. The bulb dies with a quiet pop. Dark. Inside again, the window glass fogs with my breath. When I wipe it clear, I catch a reflection that doesn't move with me. Just a split-second delay, half a beat behind, then it corrects itself. I tell myself mirrors do that sometimes. Cameras too. But the glass in my window isn't a mirror. The next morning, the chair's gone. Not blown over, not tipped, gone. Only a square of pale grass left where its legs stood. The motion light doesn't work at all now. And every time I walk past the window, I think I see the edge of a shape standing exactly where the chair used to be. Tall. Watching. Waiting to be seen again. Days 5 to 6. Mia arrives just before midnight. Headlights cut through the fog and spill over the yard like liquid glass. The motion light, dead for 2 nights, blinks awake for the first time. She steps out of the car holding 2 paper bags and a blanket. Her laugh carries through the mist, quick, sharp, certain. It sounds alive enough to make the house seem less hollow. Still haunted, she calls. I force a smile and wave her inside. Inside, the air smells like dust and metal. The floor creaks under her steps. She glances at the windows, at the backyard, at the forest pressed tight behind it. You could mow, you know. Her voice fills the silence like furniture returning to an empty room. We stay up talking. Mostly she talks, I listen. She calls it moral support. Every few minutes, the motion light clicks on by itself. Once. Twice. She looks over her shoulder each time, but doesn't comment. By 2 a.m., she's half asleep on the couch. The fog thickens until it brushes the windows. The light outside hums like a beehive. Then, a sound. Wood clacking against wood, somewhere deep in the forest. Mia stirs. What was that? I wait. It comes again, 2 sharp knocks, like something hard swinging from a rope. The motion light stays on, but its glow doesn't reach the trees. When I open the back door, the night hits me with cold air and wet silence. The yard is colorless. The grass bends under mist like it's breathing. Then I see it. A lantern hanging 15 feet above the ground, right at the tree line. Not swinging, not flickering, steady, impossible. Its glass glows with a dim amber pulse, like a heartbeat. Mia? I whisper. She's standing at the threshold, eyes fixed upward. How to get up there, she asks. I don't answer. We watch as the fog curls around it, rising and falling like tide water. The air smells faintly of iron and rain. Then, somewhere beyond the light, something knocks again, 3 times this time, slow and deliberate. We step back inside. I lock the door. The motion light dies instantly, leaving only the faint glow of the lantern outside, suspended in dark air. Morning. Mia says she barely slept. The house feels colder. The air tastes metallic again. Through the kitchen window, I see the lantern lying in the grass now, the glass unbroken, wick still damp. The chain it hung from is twisted like rope. Mia won't go near it. She leaves before noon. I watch her car disappear into the grey distance. The silence that follows feels heavier than before she came. 6 p.m. The fog returns early. It crawls low across the yard until it reaches the porch steps. The lantern sits upright again, right where she parked her car last night. I didn't move it. When I open the door, the air feels dense, thicker, like standing underwater. The sound of wind should come next, but it doesn't. Only stillness. Then the faint creak of metal. The gate leading into the woods is ajar. I step closer, slow. The ground is damp, prints pressed into the soil, human, but lighter, like someone only half here. The gate moves slightly, without wind. Its hinges complain. Behind the fence, the first row of trees is black as stone. The lantern flickers. A brief pulse of light touches the branches, and for that instant, I see it. A shape standing among the trees. Too tall for a person, too thin for an animal. Arms long, hanging lower than they should. Its head turns with a kind of curiosity, slow, mechanical. The lantern dies. The dark that follows swallows everything, even sound. When I turn, the gate is closed again. Inside, I check the door twice, then again. The windows reflect nothing but blur. Upstairs, my reflection in the hallway mirror moves correctly this time. I wait for the lag, but it doesn't come. When I finally switch off the lights, the dark in the room doesn't settle. It stays alert. Something in it is breathing with me. Not perfectly in time. A half-beat late. Part 2. Days 7 to 8. 2:03 a.m. The fridge door is open. Its light hums, steady and unnatural. The kitchen floor glows faint blue from it, like a small pond. Cold air leaks out and drifts across my ankles. I stand there for a while, listening. The rest of the house is still. The hum sounds too even, like something imitating a machine, not using one. The back door hangs open a few inches. A thread of fog curls through the gap and vanishes near the table leg. I close it, slow. The lock clicks too loud. Then I notice the patio chair is gone again. Morning. The fog hasn't lifted. It thickens through the windows, a white silence pressing against glass. The backyard looks wrong. The fence line is blurred, closer on one side, farther on the other. I step outside to check. The grass is damp, the air motionless. The footprints I left last night are still visible, though the ground should have flattened them. Something new sits in their place. A long drag mark leading from the porch to the fence. As if the chair had been pulled, scraping the ground. The gate is open again. Beyond it, the forest breathes. Slow. Wet. The trees seem closer than yesterday. I back up to the porch, and the motion light flicks on. For the first time, it casts no shadow behind me. Noon. Mia doesn't answer her phone. The call rings once, then cuts. I check again in the afternoon. Same. The call logs show her last message sent last night. Don't go outside. I don't remember her sending that. When I open my messages again, it's gone. Dusk. The fog presses harder than usual. It carries the faint scent of wet soil, and something else, wood smoke, or hair singed. The sensor light doesn't come on anymore, but the lantern outside glows faintly. I didn't relight it. I step onto the porch. The sound of insects should fill the air, but nothing hums, nothing stirs. The gate creaks. I look up. The patio chair stands just beyond it, inside the trees. The same one. The same tilt. Only now it's half buried in moss. The air bends around it, like heat above asphalt. I take one step forward. The ground softens underfoot. Another step. The mist folds tighter. Then, MIA's voice, far off. I'm stuck. Help me. It comes from the woods, somewhere behind the chair. Mia? I whisper. No answer. Only the faint shift of branches. I'm stuck, she says again, closer this time. It's the same tone she used when she broke her ankle last summer. Same breath between syllables. I move toward the gate, stop halfway. The fog deepens until the world turns white and grey. Mia, where? The voice laughs softly. Then repeats, slower, I'm stuck. Help me. Something moves in the fog behind the chair, tall, dark, wrong in shape. The voice speaks again, but not quite right. The rhythm of the words half swallowed. I'm stuck. The lantern flickers once. And from somewhere closer, almost beside me now, come here. I run back to the house and slam the door. Inside, the hallway light flickers, then dies. Through the window, the yard glows faint amber for a moment, the lantern brighter now, like an eye opening. Then nothing. Morning. Everything is where it shouldn't be. The kitchen chair sits in the living room. The back door is ajar again. The gate in the distance stands wide open, fog rolling through it like breath. And in the grass by the porch, a single footprint. There, facing the house. Day 9. Night falls like a curtain. No gradient, no sunset. 1 second it's grey, the next it's gone. The power goes with it. The house exhales and dies, no hum from the fridge, no low click from the heater. Even the air feels flat, emptied of static. I light a candle in the kitchen. Its flame bends toward the window, though there's no draft. The silence has weight now. I can hear my own pulse. Then, tap. Soft, like knuckles on glass. The window above the sink. Another tap. Then another, faster, until it becomes a rhythm, too measured to be wind. I lift the candle closer. Its reflection doubles in the window. 2 flames. 1 flickers. Something stands outside the glass. Not visible, but the reflection shifts around it, like a figure cut from the night itself. The glass hums under pressure. Let me in. It's MIA's voice. Not loud. Not pleading. Just there, the exact distance between whisper and thought. I step back. The candle flame dances hard, flinging wax across the counter. Then the voice moves, left, along the wall. A knock on the next window. Let me in. Same words. Same tone. I blow out the candle. The dark swells instantly. The windows vanish, replaced by faint squares of lighter grey. The next knock comes from the living room wall. Then the opposite side. Then, the ceiling. It's moving around the house, slow and patient, mapping the edges. Let me in. The sound slips closer. I can feel it under the floorboards now, right below where I stand. A single knock from beneath my feet. I freeze. The wood feels warm. The voice follows again, but lower now, almost under my breath. Let me in. The lights flash once. Just once. The mirror in the hallway catches it, 1 flash, 1 shape behind me. When I turn, there's nothing. The mirror's surface lags by a heartbeat. My reflection raises its head a fraction slower than I do. 3:02 a.m. The knocking has stopped. But the voice hasn't. It whispers from the walls now, fragmented, syllables out of order, vowel sounds stretched thin. Me in. I am. Let. The words roll like a recording rewinding. Then silence. Then, suddenly, my own voice, perfect, flat, unmistakable, from the dark near the back door. Let me in. I don't move. It repeats, closer this time. Let me in. A pause. Then the sound of my hand, my knock, against the wood. 3 times. Each knock sends a ripple through the air, like breath too close to my ear. I whisper, "Who's there?" The reply comes instantly, "Me." The word doesn't echo. It exists only inside the walls. Something brushes the doorknob. It clicks, hesitates, then stills. I reach for the flashlight. Dead, The motion light outside blinks on for the first time all night. Its beam spills through the window in sharp white streaks. There's no one on the porch. But the shadow it casts across the floor isn't mine. It's taller. Longer. The hands hang too low. I don't breathe. The light outside flickers once. Twice. Then the bulb bursts. Darkness rushes back in, fast and total. The voice returns, softer now, right beside my ear. You already did. When I open my eyes, I'm standing in the hallway, hand on the mirror. I don't remember moving. My reflection stares back, blank, colorless. Then it smiles, just a fraction too late. Day 10. The clock reads 3:03 a.m. The house is breathless again. The silence outside has weight, as if the air is listening. My reflection in the hall mirror no longer moves. I test it, blink, raise my hand. Nothing. It stands there, caught mid-breath, head tilted slightly toward the back door. When the wind moves through the trees, the sound doesn't match the motion. It drifts in too late, echoing from somewhere else. The mirror fogs over, though the air is cold. A faint outline appears on the surface, shaped like a palm pressing from the other side. Then, 3 knocks. From the glass itself. Slow. Heavy. A pulse follows each one, low enough to feel in my ribs. I back away until the sound fades into the walls. The front door opens without a sound. Not wide, just enough for the air to change, for the smell of pine and soil to slide in. I step outside barefoot. The ground is wet and cold, the fog wrapping around my legs like cloth. The yard feels smaller now. The forest line closer, the fence bending inward as though drawn by breath. Somewhere within the mist, the lantern flickers to life again. It floats between the trunks, the light dull, orange, alive. Each flicker matches my heartbeat. I move toward it. The air thickens, syrup slow. My steps drag. The world narrows to fog and heartbeat. The gate stands open. The chair waits just beyond, turned toward me. Its surface glistens wet, but the rain stopped hours ago. Behind it, something sits. At first, I think it's me. Same shape, same clothes, same tilt of the head. It's slouched in the chair, elbows resting on knees. I can't see its face, only the way the fog moves around it, drawn inward with every breath. Then it exhales. The fog recoils. I hear myself speak from that body. You left the door open. The voice is perfect. Mine, but not through me, around me. It lifts its head. No eyes. Just shadows where eyes should be. I can't move. The air holds me upright. A pressure behind the ribs, like invisible hands. You shouldn't have looked, it says. The chair creaks as it stands. The sound is slow, deliberate, wooden limbs imitating weight. Each step it takes leaves no imprint. Only the grass bending and not returning. When it reaches the fence, the lantern swings once, its chain creaking like a breath held too long. I blink. And it's gone. The fog breathes in. I'm sitting now. The chair beneath me is cold, soaked through. My hands rest on my knees. The forest stretches ahead, silent, endless. For a moment, I think I see my house through the mist. The windows glow faintly yellow. A figure stands inside, at the window. Watching. When the light flickers, it tilts its head toward me. My reflection. The world turns quiet again. The fog pulls away from my skin, piece by piece, like it's letting me go. I stand. The house feels far away. The forest feels endless. Then, dark. I wake in bed. Morning light through the blinds. Birds somewhere outside. The clock blinking 7 o'clock. For a few seconds, everything is normal. Then I notice the smell, wet earth, pine, and something faintly metallic. The bedsheets are damp. There's dirt under my nails. And through the window, I can see the patio chair again, perfectly aligned, facing the woods. My phone vibrates. A new message from Mia. MIA, I saw it. I stare until the screen locks. In the reflection on the black glass, my face smiles. A heartbeat late. Part 3 Epilogue. Aftermath, 4 days later. Morning again. Or what passes for morning. The sky hasn't cleared since that night, just a constant low light, grey and flat as old film. I make coffee. The sound of the kettle seems distant, hollow, as if the walls have grown farther away. The mug in my hand is warm, but I don't feel it right away. There's a lag. When I raise it to my lips, the reflection in the window doesn't follow. It just watches. The power's back. The house hums like before, though something in the tone feels wrong, too low, like the pitch of a recording slowed down a fraction. The fridge clicks. The heater exhales. Outside, the chair hasn't moved. It faces the forest, same as every morning now. The motion light blinks on for a few seconds at a time, then dies, as though testing itself. The fog doesn't come back, but the air still feels heavy, waiting. I play the old voicemail Mia left before she disappeared. Her voice fills the kitchen, bright and alive. Hey, I'm heading back tomorrow. Don't freak out about the noises, okay? I bet it's just. The message cuts off mid-word. The line ends in a faint hiss, then silence. When it stops, the fridge hums again, exactly matching her pitch. I delete the message. It doesn't matter. It's still in the air. I find the lantern in the grass that afternoon. Its glass cracked, wick clean, no soot inside. When I touch it, my fingertips come away faintly red. Not blood, more like rust, fresh and bright. The smell of pine hangs heavier than usual. The forest looks motionless. But I can hear something, small, deliberate, moving just beyond sight. I record it on my phone. The playback captures nothing. Only my own breathing. Except, it's slower than I remember breathing. That night, I listen again. Somewhere between the seconds of silence, I hear it. A knock. Then another. Then my voice, distant but steady. Let me in. The mirrors lag longer now. A full second behind. Sometimes, if I move fast enough, I can catch my reflection still smiling after I've stopped. I dream of the forest. The same chair. The same fog. The same lantern, pulsing faintly above the ground. In the dream, I sit, and I can feel the other me standing at the edge of the trees, waiting. We both breathe in at the same time. Only one of us exhales. 3 days later, the lights start flickering again. Neighbors don't mention it. Maybe they don't notice. Maybe the fog hasn't reached them yet. I find new footprints on the porch. Smaller this time. There. They stop at the door. The same pattern of knocks follows that night. Slow. Careful. Patient. It never forces the door. It doesn't have to. I record another voice memo. Day 14. If anyone hears this, the thing doesn't break in. It waits. It copies. It learns your timing, your sound. It wears you like memory. Don't speak to it. Don't answer. Don't. The recording cuts itself off. When I play it back, my voice finishes the sentence. Don't make it wait. The next morning, the front door is open. Only an inch. Enough for the air to move differently. I close it and lock it. Then I see the handle turn from the inside. Slowly. Perfectly. I don't remember unlocking it. Outside, the fog is back, thicker than before. The forest hums faintly, like wind caught in a throat. The chair sits exactly where it should, facing the trees. Someone's sitting in it now. When the motion light flickers, I see just enough to recognize the shape. It's me. I blink once. When I open my eyes, I'm the one sitting there. Inside, the door creaks open. Footsteps cross the floor. The house breathes again. The last thing I see before the light dies is my own reflection in the window. It smiles, faint and patient. And then it speaks, perfectly timed this time. You opened it,